Hi, this is Alan Terrell of grillbrewandferment.com. Today I'm reviewing the YouTube video, How to Brew Your Own Beer Part 1. I think this video shows a good general approach to making your first beer. It's shot with good light and you can see what's going on, so I think it's a good video. There are a number of things that I would give you as tips to make your first beer even better. The equipment list that they show is a good one. All of the things on there are useful. They do mention using bleach, which I do not recommend doing. Bleach residue can leave a Band-Aid flavor in your finished beer, and I don't think you want that. There are a number of other sanitizers that your homebrew shop can recommend. They mentioned a percarbonate chemical. One Step is the one brand name of percarbonate sanitizer. It's actually a cleaner, but it works pretty well. Or I recommend Star San, which is another sanitizer that you can get at your homebrew shop. They say to sanitize all of your equipment. Well, I would qualify that and say sanitize all the equipment that is going to touch the wort after it's been boiled. The wort is the word for unfermented beer. When you're adding your extract to the hot water, take the kettle off the heat. You don't want to scorch any of that extract syrup to the bottom of the kettle. That will give you some off flavors. Boil in the largest volume of water that you can. They show about a half full kettle, and they were using a 5-gallon kettle. If you can use 3 gallons or even 4 gallons, that's even better. You get better hop utilization, or you get more bitterness from the hops than you would with a more concentrated boil. There are some other techniques that are a little bit more advanced that I can tell you about at some other time that would help with this issue. When you're chilling your wort after it's been boiled, it's much better to use ice water. They show just packing the kettle in a sink full of ice, but you get better heat exchange if it's ice water rather than just ice. They use tap water to boil the wort. That's fine. As long as your tap water tastes good, it's fine to use. There is chlorine typically in the water that you want to remove if you can. Another approach is to use spring water or reverse osmosis water or distilled water that you can buy at your grocery store. It's not too expensive and will improve your beer. They show pouring the wort into the fermenter while it's on top of a table. Put the fermenter on the floor. It's much easier, and you don't need help to do that if you're pouring with the fermenter on the floor. Try and leave as much of the trub or debris that settles in the bottom of the kettle. That includes all those hot particles that you put in. Try to leave those behind in the kettle. And when you're reheating your yeast in the warm water, you don't need to use a whisk to stir it up. Just use a sanitized spoon and gently stir. Thank you. This has been Alan Terrell. Visit my website. It's all about home brewing and beer at grillbrewandferment.com. Thanks.